Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to be shooting with Canon glass on my Nikon Z6. And to be able to do this, we'll need an adapter. And the adapter we're going to use today is the Commlite adapter. I have three lenses here today that I'm going to use for this test. The Canon 85 1.2, the Canon 50 1.2, and the Sigma 50 1.4 that was made for Canon. Before we jump right in, quick introduction. My name is Salom. I'm a wedding and portrait photographer. I use Nikon Z6 cameras mainly for my work. So I'm going to try to compare the performance of the original Nikon FTZ adapter to this, and let's see if it's anything close. And if it's good enough and it allows us to use the good, buttery Canon glass, that's some good news right there. And stay tuned to the end, because one of these lenses almost kind of autofocuses silently, almost in video. Usually Nikon FX lenses make noise when focusing in video, and they make quite a lot of noise. You want to record your sound externally or use manual focusing, but this Canon lens with this adapter was almost silent some of the time, and I thought it was quite interesting. So we'll get to that. Stay tuned. We'll get to that somewhere in the video. All right, so the very first one here, let's talk about the Canon 85 1.2. The Canon 85 1.2 has great rendition. In fact, the pictures come out tack sharp when they are in focus. So the only problem here is that it focuses a little slowly, but when it focuses, I love the rendition of the pictures. I like the bokeh it creates. It's nice and smooth, and it's just different. Coupling the Canon glass with the Nikon cameras, so it just feels weird, but somehow pictures come out right out of the camera looking like they're edited. The only thing is you can't use this for events. The owner of the lens actually told me that she doesn't use it for wedding ceremonies. She uses it for portrait sessions where she can take her time to get stuff in focus. But once they're in focus, the pictures are phenomenal. All right guys, so I got a Commlite adapter, and that's going to allow me to connect Canon EF lenses to my Nikon Z6 and Z7. All right, so right out of the box, it looks almost identical to the Nikon FTZ adapter, and let's hope it performs the same way. I'm going to be testing it with the Canon 85 1.2, 50 1.2, and the Sigma 50 1.4 that was made for Canon. So we're going to see how it does on the with a third-party lens. So it has a front and back cover like the FTZ adapter, and you have to make sure you put it on the right way, otherwise it will not fit, first of all, and it will not work. All right, that's my Nikon Z6, and I'm trying to find the side that matches. So as you can see, the little dots in the Z6 match with the little dots behind the adapter. So once you've determined that, then now you just have to find the white dot, and all Nikon users know this by now. So white, and then you twist. All right, now the other side, the front side, is now Canon 85 1.2. I got it from a friend. She allowed me to use it for this test. So all right, so for Canon, it's a red dot. So red dot matches with the red dot. You align it, and then you twist, and then you're good to go. There it is, a Canon lens on a Nikon camera. Whew. All right, so testing it. Here we have the eye autofocus is working right off the bat. In video too, it was able to do facial tracking. So I will take a few other pictures outside, and I will show you those pictures. The Canon 50 1.2 is quite interesting. The Canon 51.2 performs amazing at 1.4. When I had it at 1.2, it, you know, of course 1.2 is shallow, so it missed quite a bit, but at 1.4 it almost didn't miss anything, and it focuses really fast. And I haven't seen much of a difference between the 51.2 and any of my FX adapted lenses. It's very smooth. You wouldn't even know that it's a Canon. The only thing that I've noticed about these two cameras, the 85 1.2 and the 51.2, is that when you are down in f1.2 and you want to go up a stop, you have to dial the knob twice. You have to click it twice before it moves. That's the only time it does that. But once it's back up to 1.4, you only do it once, just like you would do for any other lens or camera. The next lens we talk about here is the 50 1.4. The 51.4 Sigma is very interesting. I don't know whether it was because it was new. I don't know, but something really special about this lens. So it wasn't that fast in focusing, but when it focused, the pictures were beautiful. And the video for the 51.4 was very interesting. When I was shooting low light indoors, it was pretty much silent, but it was very slow to go into focus and then out of focus, but you almost couldn't hear anything. But then when I came outside and it was bright, you could hear some movement, but it's lower volume than FX lenses or any of these other Canon lenses that I tried. So you could even get away with making videos and recording straight in camera with that lens. It's interesting. I don't know why. I don't know whether it's because of the focusing system or... All right, so this is my good friend Josh. I'm using his Atomos Ninja recorder to record my screen so you can see what's happening. So I'm actually taking pictures here at f4, ISO 12800, and every time the screen blinks, I'm actually taking a picture. And I was testing it in low light in his living room. The light was really low, and then I went down to f2.2, and it still kept latching on the eye. I was using the Canon 50 f1.2 for this test, and I was quite impressed with how it performed in such, horrible lighting. So here is a clip of a video that I actually made. I actually made a video, and I was shooting at f1.2, and then I was going in and out. Hold on, it was either 1.2 or 1.4. It might have been 1.4, I think. Yeah. So yeah, for the video, it doesn't record the EXIF data. So yes. So I was quite impressed with the 51.2's performance indoors. Here is a quick phone video I took of my wife, and it's going to be followed by the pictures I took. So for this, I used the slowest lens. I used the 85 1.2. I was shooting at 1.4, and I was shooting a distance away, and I realized that it performs much better when you are a little bit far away. It's just much better in that range. So it did well. In fact, about 90% of the pictures were in focus. So I think that was a good performance. So overall, my thoughts on this adapter is, if you happen to own good Canon glass and then you have a Z6, which you bought because it was the only camera under $2,000 that does, ProRes RAW, you get 4K uncropped and all the good stuff with all the good updates. But you are a Canon shooter, and you have this to shoot raw video, and you don't want to spend, $8,000 to get a cine camera. So you rig this up and you are shooting ProRes RAW and all the good stuff. But you have all these good Canon glass laying around. I mean, it's a no-brainer. Get an adapter and then put the good Canon glass on the Nikons and create some magic. At the same time, if you want to create unique pictures, you want to create pictures that are quite unique, and you just want to combine the Canon glass and the Nikon camera, hey, I think that's not a bad reason to get one of these cool glasses and then get shooting. All right, Well, thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please do well to subscribe, and I'll come back with the next video.